and welcome back to a new Roblox video on my channel. I am of course in Royale High and today is the day for a very special video. I told you in one of my last videos for the trading, I told you in one of my last videos that I managed to level up from level 55 up to level 75 in just a few hours, so I'd be able to go to the trading realm and check it out and finally start trading with you guys. And today is the day that I'm going to show you how exactly I did that, because I think I have figured out the fastest way ever to level up in Royale High. And of course you guys know leveling up doesn't just like give you bragging rights and like a higher level, it also gives you a lot of diamonds. For every level up, of course, you get 300 diamonds without any multipliers and up to 1800 diamonds for each level. And I gained probably around 40, if not even 50,000 diamonds just doing this method. And yeah, it's one of the best ways to get diamonds. But of course, this video is about optimizing the level up system. And then one of my next videos will be about how you can make the most out of getting diamonds. So like the best way to get diamonds with this kind of method, I guess, or my farming routine you could call. But first of all, of course, we're going to the computer login, because that is one of the first things you want to do. Not logging into your computer, but you can see my energy is at 0. So the first thing I'm doing is going to sleep. That sounds like a dream. And here we are. I'm actually currently wearing a Halloween halo. It's so cute. Here we go. My energy is on 0, so I'm going to be sleeping today. And I should exactly level up again, level 76. After level 75, I was like, I'm done. I've leveled up so many times today, so I kind of stopped. But we're here again. We're on the grind to level 100. Let me know in the comments what your level is, because I'm genuinely interested. I've seen so many of my fans have like 300, 400 levels, and I think that's just so awesome. I think the person with the most level has like over 9,000, and now imagine how many diamonds she would have, or he. Incredible. I love it. But we're going to sleep all the way through to 100%. That means you're fully rested for now. And we have leveled up bonus 1800 diamonds. And while we're here, of course, we also want to log in to get some extra diamonds from that. But now we're going over to Divinia Park next. So first thing I do is sleep. Second thing I do is go to Divinia Park to use the fountain, because you can be lucky and get a story that gives you XP, and those stories usually give you quite a lot of XP too. So I usually try and do that every 3 hours. Of course, you could also be lucky and get a halo. I mean, awesome. Here we are. Let's head on over to the fountain and hope we actually get XP. Of course, this is not like a 100% method to always get XP, but it's good to do when you start your whole leveling up journey for the day, or just every 3 hours. I'm going to hide the little leprechaun from the rain because I don't want him to get all soaking wet. There we go. We didn't get XP, but we did get diamonds, so I'm also totally fine with that. And from here on out, these are the things I do first, no matter what. From here on, I have 2 different methods for you guys that you can use. One is the more easy way, but it doesn't level you up as fast. And the second method is super fast, but it involves quite a lot of preparation. And yeah, it's a little bit harder, but that is indeed definitely the fastest method you can use. So for the first one, the easy one, we're going to Royale High, but not the normal one. We're going to Royale High Classic, because apparently it's easier to level up in Royale High Classic, so that's where we're going. Of course, you already know what I'm about to say. So in Royale High Classic, you're going to be doing of course, the classes. The classes to get XP. Usually first, while it's like breakfast and stuff, I get out my books. Don't look at my code, by the way. I get out all of my books, so I have them ready for the day and I don't have to keep going back to the locker. So from here on now, we're going to wait for the classes. So we have baking, chemistry, English, art, music, swimming, and PE. So for baking, I think you have to actually do the class. The easiest way to level up doing the classes is on a private server because you don't have anyone to compete against for the A+. But if you don't have a private server, go to Royal High Classic, and I feel like you should be able to do it. It shouldn't be so hard getting A's in these classes at all. Usually you get A+ if you just do the class right, but it's faster and easier doing it in a private server because for chemistry, for example, you only have to do one round and you automatically win, getting the A+. For English, I think you only have to type like one sentence. Art, I think you have to do one of the paintings and that sort of stuff. I think even in swimming, if you fall off the entire time, you still win. So that is awesome. Most of the classes you barely basically have to do anything, and it still gives you loads of XP and levels you up. And of course, after you have done every single class for the day, so PE is over, it's 2 p.m., you should go ahead and do your homework because each homework assignment that you hand in successfully with an A+ will also give you XP, so don't forget about the homework. And once the day is over, you should be low on energy again, so you should have probably like 30-40% of energy, even lower probably, maybe even 0%, and you can go back to the apartments, reset classic Royal High if you're on a private server, sleep a full level again, and you can go back to school doing all of the classes. As I said, this is a really, really great method to level up. It takes a lot of effort and it doesn't level up as fast as you may want to. So that's how I came up with the second method, which is a little bit hard, but it works. So what you do is you teleport. And where do we teleport? Of course, to Battle Royale, the archery game, which gives you XP for every single round you play. Genius, right? And here we are in the archery game, and of course you're like, you can't play this alone and get all the XP. How are you gonna like shoot people? Yeah, that's the problem. We're currently waiting for 8 players in total to begin a match, which means I need 7 other players to come in here before we can start. At first, I did it all on public servers, which is a really, really good and easy method. You can do this whole thing on a public server and still get loads and loads of XP and level up super, super fast. A round takes about 3 minutes. There is 30 seconds of intermission in between, which means in like 3.5 minutes, you can get a lot of XP for shooting other people. But what I've noticed is in a public server that I really suck at this game and I'm not very good at shooting other people. It was pretty hard for me to get like higher kills and get more XP because the XP you get depends on how many people you shoot and how many people you pick up. So picking up was quite easy for me, but shooting other people was not, especially not on a public server where everyone's really, really good. So what I did is I had 2 accounts running on my computer. I had another 2 accounts running on my laptop. I asked my boyfriend to join. He had 2 accounts running on his computer, and I think we had 2 accounts running on his laptop as well, which means we got a total of 8 accounts into the game, and we're able to start the mini game. And this is a massive shout out to my boyfriend because he helped me through all of this. He just made this possible. He was so nice and literally sat down for a few hours with me to do a lot of archery. So we started playing the game, and what I did when the game starts, you guys know you like join into the server and then you have to find the other people and shoot them. So what we did is we had 4 people on each team. Every time I was trying to get me on one team and Jeremy on the other team, and then all the other players on the teams were just like doing nothing. Also, little side note, when you're playing the archery game, you do not get the bubble thing, so you don't necessarily get kicked unless you've been online for like more than 20 minutes, then you automatically get kicked by Roblox, but you don't get kicked from like the bubble game because it doesn't even pop up. I guess it would ruin the archery fun if suddenly there's bubbles in your face and you have to pop them before shooting someone else. So that is really, really good to know. And it made this whole thing a whole lot easier. So when we thought it was like 15 minutes in, we just moved all of the other players a little bit and they were reset and we could play with them again. So we were 8 players, 4 in each team, my boyfriend on one team, I on the other team. And what I did is I flew over to him, I shot all the 3 old accounts of ours and I didn't shoot him, so I shot all 3 of the others. He picked them up, I shot them again and over again for the duration of the whole round. Yeah, that sounds like a lot, but it's worth it, believe me. I'm gonna show you a screenshot right now of how many kills I got, how many revives my boyfriend got, and how much XP I got from this method per round. So this is what it ended up looking like. Within 3 minutes, I managed to get 104 shots on people, and Jeremy managed to get 99 revives in, of course, because I like shoot him at the end and then he can't revive anymore. So of course he would get less than me, but I got 90 XP from 1 round. So 3 minutes of playing gave me 90 XP. And I actually did a timer every time I leveled up. It took me 10 minutes per level. So I was able to level up every 10 minutes basically, which is massive. 100 XP gives you about a third of a star, so a third of a level. So you have to play 3 rounds and you level up using this method, which means 3 rounds is like 9 minutes, and then plus the intermissions, it's 10 and a half. It was something around like 10 or 11 minutes for a level, which is insane. You guys know how long it usually takes to level up. I think using the school method, you level up once every 20 or 30 minutes. So using this method is about 3 times faster in the end. And my boyfriend even leveled up so many times as well. Like, it even worked for him. I think the XP is capped at around 90. I haven't really gotten more than 90 true XP, no matter how many kills I got. I got like 60 kills once and I got 89 XP, and then I got 104 the other time and I got 90. It doesn't really matter in the end how much it is. You don't have to shoot like the entire time. I feel like 30, 40 shots will be more than enough to get 90 XP in, and it was actually really fun. We had a great time. We were just in a call together for like 2 hours just talking and listening to music and doing it, and it was actually really, really fun in the end. So, how you guys can recreate this method. The easiest way is probably trying to get 8 friends together and you just rotate. Like, every round, one person is shooting, one person is reviving, and then you rotate to the next round and another person can do it. Or you can do it like us, use a lot of old accounts and get them all in the same server, but of course that requires a lot of devices, and my computer was dying in the end. It wasn't happy with what I was doing, but we did it. I leveled up about 20 times, so I leveled up 20 times in like no time, and it was really, really awesome, and I got loads of diamonds for it. It's a win-win situation, I'd say. Of course, public service work too. Again, if you're good, especially, you're gonna get a lot of XP. If this method is too hard, which I definitely understand because it took me a little bit to figure it out, and then of course it was like a whole setup, then feel free to use the other method. Sunset Island also gives you a lot of XP per pageant, but you have those intermissions and then 10 minutes of outfit time, so that was not really worth it in the end for me for leveling up. I think a pageant, if you're fast, you win 300 XP and then 200 and 100. I'm not quite sure about that, but I think that's how it goes. And of course you have other people you have to compete with to get first place, and you're not always sure to win the pageant. So these methods are definitely some of the best. Even if you're not the best at archery, I feel like you can still use this method to level up faster. I think it's a really, really great method. It was super fun in the end, and it worked. I managed to get 20 levels in like 3 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours. I don't know. I literally did so many different methods that I don't even know how much time I spent on it, but it was fun. It worked, and I really hope all of you guys who are not level 75 can take some of these tips and tricks and get to level 75, and we can all trade together soon. But this is it for today. These are all of the best tips, or definitely the #1 method to leveling up super, super fast, and then the second really, really good method of leveling up. But that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video and these tips were useful to you. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, and of course subscribe down below with notifications on so you never miss any of my videos. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next one.